Happy 2019. I felt obligated to put out this video because I was inspired by something I heard on an interview I was listening to earlier. About a 45-minute interview. Ferry interviewed Steve Harney, who is known as the Oracle of Real Estate. He's got a company called Keeping Current Matters, and they spend all day and night, every day, researching data and stats and articles and insights on the real estate market. He's got his finger on the pulse. That's all they do is try to boil down, with 5,000 different things that they follow into something that's digestible for the real estate agents and the public, mortgage professionals like myself, so that we can understand what's going on in the real estate market. Now, the reason I'm making this video is to put out, kind of regurgitate some of the stuff I heard in that, some of the stuff I've heard from other folks, the good information, to combat the insane amount of bad information I see out there. And like he talked about in this interview, there's just so many clickbait articles, because when you talk about impending recession and housing market is coming crashing down in 2019 and 2020, that's the kind of stuff that people click on. So if you're looking to push traffic and to sell advertising, if you're an internet advertiser or you've got a YouTube channel you want to get views on, that's the kind of crap you're going to put out, even if it's not true. So as a mortgage professional, I feel like it's my duty. Other real estate professionals, I really implore you to do the same. Put out good content so the public has some good content out there and some truth, because the truth of the matter is there's so much bad stuff out there that people believe it. I mean, that's all they've got to go on. So like I said, Steve Harney, he's Keeping Current Matters, Oracle of Real Estate. Some of the stuff I'm going to talk about today came directly from that interview with Ferry. Some of it's other stuff that I've heard, other stats I've heard. And being a math nerd, numbers guy, stats guy like I am, I think that that's really important to take into consideration. When folks make claims without backing it up with data, it's really just a guess. And so many people say, well, 2019, here's what's going to happen in real estate. And because of this, this is what's going to happen. You can't correlate. Last time I saw a bunch of refinances and then the housing market crashed. If there's more refinances, the market's going to crash. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You could, if you've tried hard enough, you can correlate anything to anything else. So a couple things that he said that I wanted to share with you guys, because it's really good. The misconception that an impending recession means a slowdown or a big 30% decrease in home prices. The last recession we had, we all know the real estate crash caused a big dip in real estate prices. But all these smart economists that say we've got a recession that's going to come up in the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, there's a lot of data and indicators that say that can and will happen. And when you've got an economy that's been thriving for so long, eventually it's got to slow down and there's going to be a recession, but that doesn't mean that home prices are going to go down. The data actually shows that the last recession where home prices went down was the only recession where home prices went down. The 5 previous, home prices actually went up, not by a ton, but while the economy was in a recession, home prices continued to go up. So that's something to think about. When you hear the word recession, don't think home prices are going down. Another thing that's really important, I hear a lot of folks that say the market has slowed down, and they correlate a slowdown to depreciating home prices or depreciating home values. If you go from a market that is appreciating year over year 7, 8, 10%, we've seen some great gains nationwide, and then in my area, Northern California, some of these areas have seen 10 and 12% appreciation in certain hot areas. When that slows down to 3 or 4%, which really is a good, healthy rate of home price appreciation, that's going back to a more normalized market, and it's slowing down, but it's not going backwards. When you're driving 80 on the freeway and you slow down to 30, 30 feels slow, but you're still driving forward. You're not stopped and you're not going backwards. So keep that in mind. If we've got 4% home price appreciation, it's great. It's something that's sustainable and it's really healthy. It's not 8%, it's not 9%, it's not 10%, but we're still appreciating. So any questions on that, feel free to reach out. That's something that I see and hear all the time from all types of folks. Another thing, you know, folks think when surveyed, here's a cool stat. Ryan Lundquist, a local appraiser who's really got his finger on the pulse of the market and is a really sharp guy who does a lot of stats with the area and real estate, did a survey. And this kind of tells you what the public's perception is. Did a survey on Twitter. What do you think is going to happen in the real estate market? And it was, I think like he mentioned in his Sacramento appraisal blog, it was kind of a toss-up. Some 29% said price will be flat, 29% said modest price increases, then 38% said modest price decreases. So the public really has no idea, is what that kind of tells me. They're just throwing out guesses. But modest price declines, that's what the public thinks. And here's what 100 of the top real estate economists that were surveyed said, and this is from that Steve Harney interview. Where'd it go? I had notes. 94 of them said an increase in 2019. 2 of them said the market would be flat, and 4% said a slight depreciation. So 94% of those economists said an increase next year, and then when they were given a 5-year window for the next 5 years, 100% of them showed some sort of increase. And I think these specific economists, or somewhere else in this thing that I listened to, the number was 4.5% appreciation for 2019. That's a good, healthy amount of price appreciation. And if you don't know what price appreciation is, it's basically you take what the home costs on January 1 and a year later, how much that's going to appreciate. So it's a $300,000 house. 4.5% appreciation means that in 1 year, that thing's going to appreciate, or it's going to cost 4.5% more. 4.5% of 300 is 13.5. So it goes from 300 to 313.5. There's tons of people out there, because I talk to the public all the time, that go, oh no, you know, I don't want to pay 300. I'm going to wait till it goes down. I'm telling you, all the top real estate economists are not talking about prices going down. They're talking about them going up, not at the same pace. So we're slowing down as far as the rate in which the home prices are appreciating, but we're not going down. We're going from a steeper curve to kind of one of these. You know, folks that are waiting for us to flatten or go down because they're going to buy later are going to be sorely disappointed if all these super smart folks in real estate and these economists are wrong, which I don't think they will be. So with that being said, another misconception out there is all the indicators. Oh, well, because this happened before the last crash, this means a big crash is coming. One of them that Steve Harney talked about that was really cool was the fact that a lot of folks are refinancing and they're taking out the equity from their homes. And so people are saying, well, that's what they did last time, and then home prices crashed and it was a disaster. I think it was 2005 through 2007, we talked about $824 billion in equity was taken out of homes, cash out refinances. And now, here we are, 10 years later, we've got 21% more tappable equity, and we're just counting tappable up to 80%. We're not even counting the whole 100% like they did back in the heyday. Of that increased amount of equity, we've only had $172 billion in cash out refinances. And I can tell you as a mortgage person, cash out refinances are up. People are taking out cash to, do projects. They're taking out cash for other investments. They're doing smart stuff with that money. But if you think that, we've got folks just pulling out cash left and right, it's less than 1/4 of what it was before the crash as far as numbers, cash out refinances. So that's it. I didn't want to run too long on this video. I just wanted to share some good quality information and remind folks, if you are thinking about buying or selling a house, or you want mortgage advice, or you just want to learn about real estate, the internet can be a really dangerous place to learn that stuff. There's top quality professionals in every market, everywhere, that can really lead you in the right direction. We're happy to help. It's just a matter of finding folks that are in it all day, every day, and can lead you in the right direction. With that being said, I implore the real estate agents I work with, the mortgage folks I work with, anyone in and around the real estate industry that works full-time every day and can relay this information to their clients, their database, to do so, because there's a bunch of bad information out there. And it really, it frustrates me that folks hear this bad information and they take it as truth, because it's, it's a catchy sounding article. You click it and it's written by, somebody who you think you can trust, or it's a guy who has a really well put together YouTube page because he knows how to draw traffic there with these clickbait articles. So let's put out some good information and let's educate the public so they know exactly what's happening, so that 2019 isn't the year that we've got a bunch of people on the sidelines because they fed into this false narrative being spread. Thanks again. Any questions, please feel free to reach out. Matt the Mortgage Guy, 916-529-7600.